This is Chromatic. Chromatic is a first-person escape room style game where the player must change the color palette of the room itself in order to reveal manipulatable objects in order to escape. As previously stated, the player must change the color of the room itself in order to reveal objects that are manipulatable, as well as traps, levers, and pressure plates, which can be used to find and retrieve 4 fractal shards, which when combined can be used to unlock the level. The level starts as a massive white room with the 4 fractal shards scattered throughout the level hidden from plain view. The exception being the red shard, which the player will start with. After the basic player actions are explained to the player, a timer appears and begins to count down. The player has until the timer runs out to beat the level and escape the room. When the player changes the color of the room, the floors and the walls change to match, and the layout also changes depending on which color is selected. At the same time, the next color's objects become visible, and they are the ones that are interactable and movable. After the fractal shard is found, the player may then change to the next color. When this happens, the old color disappears, and the layout changes again. Also, new interactable and movable objects will be revealed. It should be noted that the player may not cycle backward through the colors. Once a color has been completed, it is no longer available once you switch to the next one. In this example, the player switches to the red room and blue boxes become revealed and manipulatable. The player then stacks those boxes in the corner of a room in order to climb them. The player climbs the boxes and obtains the blue shard. This allows them to go ahead and change to the blue version of the room. In this basic example, the layout does not change. However, the room turns blue, the blue objects that were manipulatable disappear, and new yellow manipulatable objects appear. Again, note that the changing of the color also changes the layout of the level itself. Therefore, while it may look and play one way as one color, changing to a different color will then change the way that the game can be played. Although there are no AI enemies to act as antagonists, the level itself becomes the player's antagonist. This is due to the fact that the player is always working against the clock and can possibly even trap themselves if the wrong move is made. The 2 games most similar to this game would be Hue, which is where I actually drew the most inspiration for the game, considering that it involves changing colors in order to hide and reveal objects in order to progress through its levels. And also The Room, which is a single room escape room style game as well that requires puzzles in order to unlock the exit and to unlock different truths within the game. The main risks involved in making this game lie in design and development. Limited space means that the player may feel too claustrophobic. You also have to consider different layouts for each color as the layout changes for each color. These layouts must also flow, and the puzzles can't be too hard, they can't be too easy, because you don't want the player to give up, but you don't want the player to think that this is a cakewalk. There are multiple scripts involved. Because of the lots of objects, there's also a lot of potential for bugs. And finally, trap damage. You got to figure out whether or not it's going to one-shot the player, or do you want it to do damage over time. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is my pitch for Chromatic. Thank you very much for listening. Have a great day.